Okay, so today we're going to talk about the concept of ready, fire, aim. And no, I didn't pronounce that. I mean it. Ready, fire, then aim. Waiting for the level of certainty that you probably need before you take action on something is one of the number one reasons you're being held back as a business owner. And I'm going to prove it to you today using my own business as the example. But first, let me just lay some groundwork. There are some common traits that the most successful people I know share. The first, and probably the biggest, is that they're willing to take risk, exceptional red level risk. Whether we like it or not, high risk comes with high reward. The second is they do not wait for certainty before they move, whatever it is, a new ads campaign, a new offer, a new hire, any sort of decision along those lines. They don't wait until they're 100% sure. That moment never comes, I promise you. The sweet spot for them is almost like a gut feeling, to be honest. And I know you might think I'm insane with this, but if you wait for the level of certainty that most people watching this need before you pull the trigger on something, chances are it's already too late and you've missed the boat. Because that level of certainty, the I need to be 100% sure feeling, it doesn't really exist. And while you're waiting for it, there are risk takers out there that have already gone and capitalized. They've taken the advantage and they've left you in the dirt. Listen, this might be risky advice, but it's what I live by. There's no income claims here, by the way. I'm not giving it any earnings potential. I'm just saying this is a pattern that I've noticed and a rule that I personally live and die by. Ready, fire, then aim. Once I'm ready, I have something in my sights, I take action on it. Then I adjust and tinker after, because nothing great was made perfect in the first instance. Everything great was figured out through refinement after the fact. There are actually 5,127 variations of the Dyson vacuum cleaner before they got to their end product. If they'd waited to perfect it before launching, someone else would have beaten them to the market and taken the share for that product. It's almost like shooting a machine gun. You pull the trigger and then you aim to find your target, as opposed to waiting forever to line up the perfect shot while someone has already fired and beaten you to it. Market share is finite. You have to move. There's probably something you're thinking about right now, something you've had lined up for a while. Maybe it's an online course. Maybe it's a lead magnet. Maybe it's just a piece of content, a new YouTube channel, a new offer, whatever it is. If you've been sitting on it, feeling that way about it, chances are you've already left it too late. And you need to take a certain level of risk. This comes down to fundamental human psychology. Pain is more motivating than pleasure. Escaping and avoiding pain is roughly 3 to 4 times more motivating than chasing a reward. And sometimes that requires us to take action and put ourselves in a compromising situation. To artificially create that level of pressure needed for us to actually move and get out of that shit situation. Let me give you an example. You may or may not have seen on this channel our new big facility, our mega center, as we call it. The rental costs per month is high. The running costs are very expensive. The extra staff we had to bring in, the general bills, the fees we had to pay to the local council just to get the place up to a standard we'd be happy taking clients in. All in all, it's going to cost us a substantial, or has cost us a substantial amount of money. Our old place was essentially a fucking field with a couple of containers. So this was a significant jump in expenditure. It was going to eat into potentially a large chunk of our business's profits. But I knew it was what we needed to take ourselves forward, to demonstrate to people that we mean business and that we're not here as a cowboy outfit. By the way, if you're watching this, you do not need the big facility like ours. We've got away without the big facility for like 5 years and we were doing 6 figures a month at that point. We just wanted to take things to the next level. It's no secret I want to achieve certain things in this industry. I've got big goals and aspirations and I'm happy to say it out loud, but I digress. The mega center was a stretch, to say the least, like financially, but I knew I needed to put myself in that situation in order to create the level of motivation to make it work. And while it cost us a substantial amount to make the migration, it also created a level of fire in me that that I hadn't felt in a couple of years. It caused this catalytic chemical effect in my brain where I turned into a man possessed, and I came up with new offers. I fixed our marketing. I had a serious talk with our training team, a serious talk with our fulfillment team, with our sales team, and everyone in between. I hired more people to make things run smoother, and we just really refined our systems. I didn't work myself into the ground, but close to it, because I didn't have a choice at that point. We'd been going through linear growth, and I was sick of moving sideways, and I was sick of not perceiving the level of growth that I wanted to. So I had to put my back against the wall. I don't recommend doing this all the time, but I had to. If I'd waited to make the right amount of revenue to comfortably afford the mega center before signing the lease, I don't think I would have ever got there, because I was in a state of comfort. I wasn't in a compromising enough situation to spark the fire I needed, and someone else would have taken the lease. Potentially it might have gone to a different trainer or a different industry entirely. Maybe they would have knocked it down and built on it. Whatever, I just know that we wouldn't be where we are now if we'd not fired before aiming, you know? Listen, this isn't financial advice. This is not me making any sort of income claims. I don't know a thing about you or what you do or the type of person you are. What I do know is that pain motivates, and sometimes your back needs to be against the wall in order for you to slingshot out of the situation that you're currently in. And as always, if you want to check out my mentorship program, click the link in the description. I'd encourage you to go there and read the testimonials. There are people hitting certain level of milestones in their businesses and consistently hitting them too. Imagine going from making 12 grand a year to 120 grand a year. That's quite literally what is possible with the coaching I can give you. And if you don't believe me, go check out the link and read countless testimonials. Other than that, I'll catch you in the next one.